How's it going, Jelly Jack? I'm going to try and help you out with this. Only after mission selection in the game can you change the bomb loadouts. So here I am in the game, and as soon as I load the game, you can see here that I've set it up for the 6 rockets, and it's already has the 6 rockets, right? Of course, I can do what you said, which is go in here and I can change the loadout to what I want. But that's not what you want, right? You want to be able to, as soon as the game starts, to have a particular loadout. So through the mission editor. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this mission here. We're going to go to the mission editor. We're going to look at this plane that I have, and we'll go to the advanced properties of the plane. And in the advanced properties, we have this weapon mods and we have this payload. So if we go to the weapons mod, we click on this double arrow here, we can see here that I've selected the 6 rockets like I was talking about just a second ago and the ground attack modification. So if I wanted a different loadout, I could just say, hey, let me have, we'll leave this as 6 bombs or whatever the case may be, but maybe I want the 150 fuel, maybe I want the mirror as well, and maybe the gun sight. So we'll hit OK. And then that's for the weapon mods. So now we have the weapon mods that are available to us. And then I can select the particular payload that I want to have. So right now I had it at 6 rockets, but maybe I want to have, um, we'll do 3 bombs and 6 rockets. So we'll do that. Hit OK, and we will save our mission. And now we'll go back to our game here. Go to our missions, and let me find it. This one right here. We'll load it. Should just take a second. Okay, so we're loaded. So now we'll check our P47 to see if it has that particular loadout, which it should. It should be 3 bombs and 6 rockets. And you can see now 3 bombs and 6 rockets. So it is already preloaded by default. And of course, this is single player, right? So maybe you want to fix this in multiplayer. Well, it's the same thing. So we have our airfield respawner. We go to our planes, and I've already set up a P47 as an available plane. If we double click this plane in the list here, we get the advanced plane settings, just like in the single player. And we can go to our weapon mods, and we can select what weapon mod we want the player to have as soon as they select that P47. So maybe they get the 150 fuel, the mirror, and the ground attacks. And so that's the weapon mods that are available to the player. And then the payload here by default will say maybe it's just the 3 bombs. And then we can hit OK, OK, and I will save this as a multiplayer game. Oops, I need to actually change it to deathmatch. Save as, I'll make sure to save it in our multiplayer. Dogfight, Sketchtastic, that's fine, and save. And that's fine. And now we can go back to here, and we'll go to multiplayer, create our server, and let's remove this one. Oh, there it is right there. We'll add it. Continue. All right, so as soon as our airfield respawner loads up here, we will take a look, and you can see the only available plane is that P47. And when I select it and I go to the setup, you can see by default, I have the 3 bombs, just like I set up in the mission editor. Now there is a catch to this for multiplayer, and I do want to talk about that. And that catch is when you go to your STS file in multiplayer only, and you set up a locked payloads and a locked weapon mods, when you turn these to 1, then the only available mods are going to be whatever you've added to, I'll show you here in the, in the planes. Let's go back to our P47. We'll go to the advanced properties again, and it's going to be right here, our available mods and payloads. So if we have it locked in multiplayer, then the only available mods are going to be these guys right here that we've set up, and that's it. And why? Because we didn't give any values here in available mods and available payloads. But if we want the player to be able to choose different things in multiplayer, then we need to enable those. And what we can do is we can go to the payloads dependency list, and here I've already this is a thread that's in the mission editor forms, and I've already found the P47. And so these are the available unlocks for the P47. That's the pieces right here where it says weapon mods. These are the available unlocks. You can see 1 through 7. It's the same as these guys right here, 1 through 8. That's fine. And then these are the available payloads associated with these unlocks. So, and you can see here there's 30, 40, 50 for the P47. There's so many, 78 different payloads options. So if we want the player just to have everything available, we can do available mods. We can do 0 through 8. And for available payloads, we can do 1 through 2000. And you'll notice I'm using a double dot. That's basically saying this number through this number. And this is just a simple way of saying now they have every single modification available to them, even if the server itself has the locked payloads and locked weapon mods. But that's only for this. It's only for this particular plane, only for the P47. So maybe I want to have a plane that is exactly the same, but I only want the um, the player to have available to them let's see, maybe they don't have anything except for the machine guns, extra machine guns. So what we can do is we can go to our mission editor and we can say available mods. I believe that was 3. Let's look at that again. Yes, number 3. So the only thing they'll have available to them is number 3, meaning that they can add extra ammo if they want. But available payloads, we want to make sure that the only available payloads they can choose is the extra ammo. So we can see here, this is going to be the start of our 250-pound bomb. I believe, I could be wrong. Nope, this is extra ammo. So this is extra ammo, and not extra ammo. So I think these are the extra ammo ones. This is extra ammo. Yeah. Oh yeah. See here, right here is the start of our bombs right here. See? So what we're going to do is we're going to say available payloads are going to be 0 through 5, and then they get nothing else, right? Because we don't want them to have any kind of bombs. And some of this is a little bit of trial and error. So we're going to do 0 through 5. And we're going to name this no bombs just so that we can identify it when we go to the mission editor. And we'll go back to this one. We'll say all available. All right, so hit OK. We will save this mission. We will go back to our mission editor, mission creation here in the dogfight server. Yes, it's all look good. So you can see here I have locked payloads and locked modifications. So I'm going to hit continue. It's the same thing as our STS file for a peer-to-peer server. And we will click on it. Now you can see here I have my all available P47. And if we go and we look at what's available, every modification is available, and the ones that I pre-selected are already set up. You can see here I have my 500-pound bomb, which is perfect. And if we go again and we look at the no bombs loadout, the only thing that should be available, if I did it right, should be just the extra ammo. Oh, I also have the bombs, so I messed that up as well. So we'll have to go back and fix that. And you can see here this stuff is locked. So I need to go back into the mission editor, which is no problem. And we need to set it up the initial plane. So we'll go back here, go to our no bombs available. And you can see here, I have it set with bombs, right? So that's a problem. And all these unlocks are already available. So we actually need to turn these none, 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 and none. And now, the only thing that should be available to them now is the 3, which is the extra ammo and the those different payload options. So we'll go back, create a server again, take a look. Takes just a second to load. There we go. And so let's look at our available one. And it has everything unlocked, which is fine. And we go back to our only ammo one, and let's take a look at that. And you can see now there's no bombs available, and the only thing we can select is additional ammo, right? So in summary, let's go back to our mission editor. In summary, uh, you got to make sure that you set up your weapon mods, and this is basically the initial thing the player will have. So your weapon mods and your payload ID, you got to set that up first, and then whatever other modifications you want the player to have, you need to set up here as well. So the available mods are these guys right here at the top. So whatever you want them to be able to have, and then the available payloads you want them to have. Um, and that's how you do it for multiplayer. Of course, you need to also make sure that you lock the payloads and the weapon mods so that they can only select the mods that you want them to select. Hopefully that was helpful. It's a little long, and if you have any questions, by all means, let me know. Thanks for watching.